Sales training today is going to be very simple, very easy. I think it's going to be one of my quickest, so yes, keep the rejoicing down. I want to review core basic tenets because I had a new guy starting. He was asking me questions. What is this? What is that? And I spend a lot of time trying to go over higher end stuff. How to read the client, how to react to the client, how to go through this, borderline psychoanalyzing, yada, 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 yada. I want to go over the number one goal, and I've done this before, so for those of you being rehashed, I apologize. Number one goal for a new guy. You want to be successful. Take your fear, take your embarrassment, take your insecurities, cram it in the tightest little box you can, and get rid of it. Act a role. Act a role. I mean, the only way you can do that, we can all say it, we can do it short term. You can't do it long term because they're real. They're part of you. You know how you get rid of them? You act a role. Have you ever seen interviews with actors? And I know I'm changing somebody. Have you ever seen them? You know how they come across? They're weird, dude. They're crazy, but they act so confident, so heroic, so amazing. Then they do something that breaks your heart because you let them be a hero to you when you were young. Why? Because this is who they really are. This is the role they're playing. You know what actors are great at? Setting themselves aside and playing the role. You know who does that? Borderline psychopaths. In a cute, fun way of putting it, you have to be. You have to be able to divorce emotion and claim emotion. You have to be able to do all that. I could get lost there. I told you I'm going to go complicated. I want to keep it simple. My point is act a role. Until you become the role, until you just flat are the role, act the role. The best thing you do right now is take those and cram them. Get rid of them. Because otherwise your fears, your insecurities, your worries are going to kill you. Now you're a brand new salesman. How am I going to succeed? How am I going to pull this up? What is the secret to success? Here you go. Whether you do that or don't, the secret to success is this one thing. Do it a lot. Do it a lot. Present, present, present. Talk, talk, talk. Sell, sell, sell. Tell, tell, tell. Tell your story a lot. 1 billion times over, a lot. Now, the reason I went through all that other stuff and the reason I'm going to come back to it is when you tell your story and you don't get the reaction you want, your insecurities and those little monsters come up, tell you you're not good enough, you're not capable, and dude, you choke. You're dead, you're done, you don't want to tell it again, you find excuses. It's where salesmen die. So bury those because guess what? You stink. Day one, brand new out of the box, you stink. You're terrible. You have no idea what you're doing. Duh. Okay? Duh. Of course you do. Duh. You know how you get good? You do it. I was playing golf with a guy starting the other day, and I'm a new golfer myself. Trying to find a way to be active in older age. And I'm out there with actually my father, who's been playing for over 60 years and is pretty good. And the guy we're training with is just horrible. Swings a V, not a U, and just hacking things and over the side and everything. And I'm like, Dad, what do you think? What do we tell him to help? And he goes, nothing. He goes, he needs to swing that club 10,000 times. There is nothing wrong with him. There's nothing wrong with how he's playing. There's nothing wrong with his clubs, his stance, his grip, his stroke. All that's fine. Matter of fact, the little things that need fixed there and tweaked don't matter until he swung that thing 10,000 times. He goes, when he swung it 10,000 times, he's going to be a good golfer. Then if he wants to work on a little finer nuances and become a great golfer, it's up to him. But there's no way to do it, and there's no way to get there but to swing it 10,000 times. Of course you stink. You're a duffer. Your pitches are a V, not a U. You're topping, you're pulling, you're missing, you're shaking. You want to know how you fix it? Pitch 10,000 times. Present 10,000 times. Do it 10,000 times. Do it to your dog. Do it to your neighbor. The more real it is, the better it is. But I don't care if it's to your mirror. I remember watching a story, and I'm going to try to end here. There was one of those little great documentaries ESPN's become so awesome at in the last few years, and they were on Jerry Rice. Jerry Rice is, he and Thomas Lott were the heroes of football when I was growing up. And Jerry Rice, there's a guy talking about the game and the Super Bowl, and they've won. It's a huge thing. He's the MVP. Boom, incredible. And I think it was Steve Young talking about it, but I might be wrong. But the guy's talking about So we have won. We have won the Super Bowl. It is incredible. Jerry Rice is the MVP. And he goes, 3 days later, I'm back at the training facility, and it's empty. There's nobody. Of course not. I'm just picking up something I'd left in my locker. And a couple coaches diddling around with paper, but it's empty. Everybody's cleared out and gone. And he goes, and I hear something. I go and look, and on the field, Jerry Rice is running routes. We won the Super Bowl 3 days earlier. We're not playing again for what, 6, 7, 8 months. And Jerry Rice is running routes because he wasn't quite good enough on one in the Super Bowl. That is how you become great. That is how you become good. You want to be great? 10,000. Work on the nuances later. I'm not saying, I know it can get confusing. Wait, Jerry Rice is perfecting. I don't want to get lost in the metaphor of it. I want to get lost in the story that it's you run them. If there's nobody there to go with you, do it to the mirror. If you want to go the other, go for this. Do that. I had a guy I hired years ago that I thought had talent, and he was cocky and arrogant, and I'm great and everything. And I told him, he goes, all right, I go, the way you do this is I want you to 500 times do a presentation. Do it for TV, do it for your phone, do it for your girl. Okay. And I asked, did you? Yeah. Guy did 3, and he wonders why he failed 3 months later. Because if you're not going to practice and you're not going to do the repetition, you're going to fail. At the same time, if you're brand new and you're stressed and you're frustrated and you're worried and you're giving up or you're scared or you're any of those things, don't be. Here's the exciting thing. Just present. That's it. You will be the top 5% after you have swung 10,000 times. You will be the best. So don't stress out, don't worry, don't fear. Don't try to go, what did I do wrong? Say, that's number 463, 464, 465. Swing. To kill the golf metaphor, I don't care that your score was 160. I care that you swung it 160 times. Perfect, because we're pushing for volume. Volume. Quantity, not quality, is how you get quality. Boom, knowledge. I hope that was funny. I tried to be. Thank you guys. Appreciate you. Have a great day.